So hello guys, welcome back to my video series in introduction to Julia. It's even surprising that to this point I haven't covered loops. So I'm really sorry if it's late, but I think what we've covered was the more important things. Actually, I planned on that because I wanted. Now we'll be covering loops, then we go to control statement, that is conditions. Then finally we'll be finishing up this series somewhere around there, because we'll have covered more important things. I think we still have less than 10 videos before we finish this series. So guys, let's get started with loops. So let's deal with loops in this video, and then in the next video we'll see conditions. So here I want to work in a file, so let's get a new file. So control N to make a new file, and then say lp.jl, then control S. So you see we save it over desktop, then we have Julia, we save it over here. So Julia loop, actually here I save it.js. I really have a lot of problem today. Don't you see that? Can't you see that? Do you see that? JS. And then I know obviously here I need to select Julia, because the moment I selected JS, then JS was selected for me. So loop is doing something over and over and over repeatedly. Let's say you wanted to print name of all your classmates from database, for instance. So you already imported your data to the file, but you want to print them over and over again. So let's say names. I know we've not covered arrays, but arrays are just really simple. So let's say we have name like Kim, we have like Frank, we have like Vel, we have like we have like Sai. I don't know. So these are this is the list of my friends actually, and I don't know that silly came from where, but I think he's silly. So let's say we want to print names. The names came and we have them already here. Now we'll say for I range of length of name. I know that is not. You still remember I told you in Julia we have something called blocks. So conditions and functions and loops are block of code. So whenever you start them, you have to end them. So if you say for, you have to end. If you define a function, you have to end. If you say if, you have to end. Anything. If you say begin, you have to end. Block of codes have to have an end. So that is it. So let's see now. Name. Here it actually starts from 1. So again, another thing about Julia, counting starts from 1, unlike many other common languages where counting starts from 0. Print ln, and then name, let's say I. Let's run this and see for I is equals to. So you see guys, this is a loop. Now we say for I is equals to range in for I in range 1 to length of names. So this is how to make a loop. So you make a loop for, let's say, let's run this, then I'll show you in another way. Now it's Julia, and then lp.jl. Now you see it prints Kim, Frank, Vel, and then SIL. So that is it. This is how you can loop in Julia. Again, let's say you wanted to print numbers between 1 and 10. Now you say for I, you can use anything actually. It doesn't have to be I. You can say Z, you can say X, you can say, but it has to be something that is a variable. You know, you still remember about variable? It has to be as it cannot be a number. It cannot start with a number. It cannot be a number. It has to be a an acceptable variable name. Please check acceptable variable names. So that will be really important. So check accepted variable names in Julia if you have suspicions about this, and then do 1, 2. Here you can start from 0 to 20. You know, I started from 1 here because indexing in Julia start from 1. So that is it. You have to know indexing in Julia start from 1, not 0. Now here we are saying for Z in range 0 to 20, you use full colon to mean 0. You can say, let me show you Julia 1.5. I know you have 1.53 or something like that, but you see, we can say 1 to 20, and this creates for us a range. You see, 1 to 20. So this is how to create a range in Julia. 1 to 20, and then do the end. I told you I like doing end before I forget. So whenever I make a block, I normally like doing end before I forget, and then I'll print ln, and then you know what you want to print is Z. Now let's run this. Now you see it prints 0, 1, 2, 3 all the way to 20. So that is how to create a loop in Julia for values between a range. Here could even start from like 19, 18, and so you know it doesn't have to start from 0. It can start from any point, provided it's the range of values you want. And then here I again showed you how to loop over values in array. So again, let's see how to loop over values in name characters in, let's say, a sentence or something like that. For I is equals to 1. Always remember, when you're doing with something about indexing, you are about to index values. You see here we took for I in length 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first time this loop will be running here, it will be 1, so it prints name of index 1, so it 1 that way. So I hope you guys will can see that. So even we can do it over here. So let's say names is equals to king and rope. You see, let's say names, and then we start. Let's first get an error by trying to index 0, so that you can understand what I mean by accessing elements at index 0, which is not accepted in Julia. You can see over there. Yeah, I'm pointing as if you can see my hand under the screen at the same time, so sorry. Names 0 is not accepted, but what if we do 2? You see, then it prints row. What if we do something like 3, which is again we made out of range? So you see, bound error. You see the bound, it's out of bound, so obviously it's 3, which does not exist because we have only 2 elements. So that is it, guys, about accessing elements in something like an array. So for I in length, let's say length of, so you see, obviously anything that has I think it would be better if we say we name this one like n is equal to here, so that we can also access it in a here. I hope you understand it. I'm trying to index it with the name again inside the loop, so that I did make it a variable print ln, and then say n, and then I is this value. So guys, let's run and see. You see, it's kin over. So anything that has a length can be indexed. Anything that can be indexed can be looped over in Julia. So that is it. This is a range, this is a array, and then this is string. So we looped over string, we looped over array here, and then we looked over a range here. So guys, if there's anything you think I should cover, then please let me know. If there's anything that is unclear, please again let me know in the comment. Please subscribe, and I really appreciate it. So in the next video we'll be checking out the conditions. So goodbye, guys.